What's going on, Custom Creations? Where are you calling from? Welcome to the 411 podcast. Tonight is freestyle sessions tonight. My guest could not make it, so of course we're turning in a freestyle session. So if you'd like to talk to me, you can text me at 609-738-0611, and I'll bring you up right on the phone. What's up out there? We had a little bit of issues, but it looks like there's a couple people out there. So much if you're on Facebook, if you are on Twitter, YouTube, DLive, Twitch, drop it in the comments. Let me know what's going on. What's going on, Honestly Vegan? It's freestyle sessions tonight. So if you want to, chat, go ahead and request me live on. And for some reason, I thought that we were going to be back on TikTok, but it looks like we're not going to be back on TikTok for a couple more days. So what I've learned is that people have to watch what they say when they come on. What's up? It's all in the cars with Kathy. What's going on, Bethany? So I'm just going to call you Nick. It says, riddle me this, riddle me that. I'm loud and obnoxious. I like music that rhymes. I'm a fraction of the population, but yet commit half the crimes. Who am I? I have no idea who you are. Y'all know who he is? In any case, let me know where you're calling from. That's the first step. So my song of the day tonight is Be Thankful for What You Got. I think that's very important for everyone to just be thankful for what you got and where you're at in this moment. Try not to want what somebody else has, because you should have enough to be thankful for what you have. And, I'm just speaking for myself. But this is just, a song that I picked. And it's from William Devon, released in 1974. But what actually had me tripped up about this song is, for some reason, I thought that it was Curtis Mayfield. So when I was going back and forth checking it out, it looked like all right, we're gonna not even look at that comment. But anyway, when I was going back and forth, I thought it was Curtis Mayfield, and for some reason it's not. So if y'all got tripped up by it as well, 1974, William Devon sounds just like Curtis Mayfield. Be thankful for what you got. We all have enough to be thankful for. And it's all in the card says that you might be the Joker. You sure like to joke a lot. I can see already. I'm not really impressed. So we got some people coming in tonight, starting already, but that's all right. We're going to get through it. We've had this stuff happen before. So, very special thank you to Bethany, all the way from California. She has a business called fuckbeingfat.com. Y'all go ahead and support her. That's PHUCK beingfat.com. Thank you so much for coming through. It's all in the cards. Thank you as well. SOS was out last night, And we had actor Jason Davis. He's from Los Angeles. He was on for about 2 hours with me yesterday. I want to say thank you for coming through as well. Nordia from Shea of Heaven. Tone, K. Cole. She has a business, Karma's Paradise. And her and I got something coming real soon. Probably in a couple days, that'll be announced as well. Switch Thrift Clothing Brand. Thank you. My brother, Mr. Nate Perry, all the way from Brooklyn, New York. Kizzy's Things. Recording artist, Donna Allen. So last night, Mickey Howard came in. I don't know how long she was here, but this is about maybe the third time that she's come on and check things out on Instagram. So yes, the legendary Mickey Howard was here last night. So shout out to Mickey Howard. Miss Rebel Jewel. Now, Rebel Jewel, for some reason, I thought that you were from Jamaica, but actually, she's from London. But in any case, thank you for showing love. Me and Rebel Jewel have something coming up soon next month as well. And I want to give a very special shout out to Joy Riley. Her and I got some great things coming up soon as well. So, got a lot of great things that are going to be popping off real soon. So, first of all, I want to talk about my inspirations. One deliberation. So that is out now, and I am coming out with a new book. So I want people to get caught up, to what's getting ready to happen. So if you want to find out all about My Inspirations Volume 1, go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms. And again, that's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, but, we're on hold a little bit. Twitter, YouTube, DLive, Twitch. Go ahead and click that link above and check out My Inspirations Volume 1 for $9.99. You can go ahead and get you some inspiration. You will get scriptures, quotes, themes, and I have some questions in there to get your mind thinking, on you. It's all about taking some time and deliberating and, getting with yourself. So with the first book, you get with yourself, and then you're going to be prepared for the next chapter, which is coming real soon, which will be something that you'll be able to share and expand and branch out. And My Inspirations Volume 1 Deliberation. Thank you to all of the people who supported. Jetta Smith, thank you for the love out there. K. Cole, Nate Perry, so many others out there that are reposting, going back, checking out the pictures that they had, and putting them up there on social media for me, and I definitely appreciate that. It's all in the Cars with Kathy. I think I found a couple photos that you had posted as well, so I'll go ahead and post those up as well. But thank you so much to everybody, and hang tight because it's coming, and I can't wait. So now, yesterday, we had asked these couple questions with, Mr. Davis here, Jason Davis. And the question was, are you okay with being a jump off? A friends with benefits type of situation. Are you okay being in that situation? How many of y'all out there are okay with being in a friends with benefits situation? I know a couple people answered, a couple people DM me as well. So I'm sure that there are some interesting responses out there, but how many of y'all are confident in being in a friends with benefits situation? Some people don't mind that because they don't want to be bothered. Some people, it starts off a certain way and then it takes a turn and it goes in a different direction. I say, when it comes to that whole friends with benefits situation, you got to be very careful because, it starts off with some good intentions. It does. But then sometimes it ends up, turning in a different direction because somebody might want something a little bit more. meaning one wants a little bit more, but the other is content with being the way that it started off. You both might end up wanting a little bit more. Now there's no longer a friends with benefits situation. Now you got yourself wrapped up in a whole relationship. So many different things can go with that. So for me personally, my experience with it in the past, I don't believe that it worked out well. But who knows what would happen, where I'm at today. But in the past, it didn't really work out well for me. It's all in the card says no. I'm old. Okay. So you're not okay with it. That's what's up. What's going on, Mr. Will? How are you doing out there? Now, speaking of being in relationships, has anyone ever said to you, nah, you shouldn't be in a relationship? So, has anyone ever looked at you, nah, you shouldn't be in a relationship? You are not relationship material. And if that is the case, what was the thing that you did that would make somebody say, nah, you're not good for relationships? Or what were the series of events that led up to somebody looking at you saying, nah, just hang it up? I don't think that anybody has to look at me and tell me, no, you don't need to be in a relationship. You're not meant to be in a relationship. I look at myself in the mirror every day. I tell myself, nah. And the series of events that led up to it, nah, I don't even need to go in there. Just anybody that's been watching me for a while, you start connecting the dots and putting pieces together, you'll understand it now. So I was talking to It's All in the Cards with Kathy today. And, she likes to do her political, I call it political BS. But in any case, a lot of us can handle what's going on in the world today. A lot of us keep up to date on it, some more than others. Me, I try my best not to, get consumed with too much of the worries of the world because, hell, I got a lot of stuff going on myself. I can't even take in any more negativity or anything like that. So, how many of us still today are getting a little worked up about the environment that we're dealing with and the uncertainty of the future? Are you glued to your TV set? Are you checking out the news constantly? Is it on your phone? You can't escape from it. You scrolling through social media, things are going to pop up. I just saw something today where people were, throwing trash at a specific place that they probably shouldn't have, but I kind of understand what was going on in the video. But like, craziness. This world is crazy. How many of us get worked up about it still? And the uncertainty of the future that lies ahead of us. Are you glued to your TV set? Are you glued to your phone, checking the news constantly? Do you get alerts? Mm, 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 mm. Since I'm so far removed from some of these things, hopefully things are getting better with these masks and stuff. So you're out there. Are people still cutting up over who's wearing a mask and who's not? Because if that's the case, that's insane. People still getting worked up over those things. Because I really don't pay attention to it like that. Interesting. I wonder what the hell happened here. So So people are still getting worked up over it. I don't know what to say about it. Of course, we had a little bit of a breakdown, but no wonder we lost connectivity. Something failed, but everybody's still up. If you were on Facebook, if you were on Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch, drop it in the comments. Let me know where you're calling from. So we did have, I guess it was, but the Joker was really not funny out there on D Live. But that's all right. It looks like he left. Bethany says, no, I'm not glued to the TV. However, I check Google News daily. And I'm going to pack for a trip. Well, where the hell are you going? It's all on the cards with Kathy. I was checking the news at least once a week, but then I even stopped doing that too. You're going to pack scissors in case you get tied up. I'll tell you that if you're going on a trip anywhere, I'm not going anywhere with you at all, because your mouth is something that's going to get a whole bunch of people in trouble. A plane? You're going on a plane? Oh, I'm so excited too. I won't say that. That's too much information, but you just reminded me about something. Sometimes, you just got to save a little bit for yourself. So, I know I come out here and I say a lot, but certain things it's just better left unsaid, put it that way. So I want to ask a question. I got a couple questions that are going to line up properly, but what is a respectful time limit to make somebody wait before you have sex with them? And I'm talking new age stuff and everything. So, we know what year it is. We know what time frame we're in. We know what the environment is. What is a respectful amount of time to have somebody wait for sex? Like maybe 5 years ago, people were saying 3 months. So what is it now? And for those of you who are hot to trot, don't be putting a minute, because I know that there's some people who can't even wait a minute. A half an hour. I see. You see what I'm saying? I knew we were on the same page. A half an hour. Something else. You know what? I want to ask a question. How is it? I know it's one thing when people hook up. So speaking of a half an hour, I know what it's like when you hook up with somebody, you meet somebody at the bar, at the club, whatever. Half the time you don't even need to go there, because you can hook up with people and meet them on your phone and everything else nowadays. But one night stands. When I think of a one night stand, I'm pretty much thinking of, waking up the next day, sleeping in a bed with somebody, waking up the next day and, like, oh, we'll never do that again. How many people, well, not how many people, but does that actually exist nowadays? One night stands where you actually go through the whole process of actually sleeping in the same bed with the person and, dragging somebody home like that and waking up to them the next day. Does that still exist? Or is it pretty much just, we're going to do what we need to do and we're going to go our separate ways? Oh, no. So Jetta says, nah, we don't do sleepovers. So basically, the old school one night stand type thing where you wake up with somebody the next day that you just hooked up with, That doesn't exist anymore, huh? It just doesn't seem like it do, because nowadays it seems like once you handle your handle, you can go your separate way, you know. And I guess that's what the whole friends with benefits situation is too, because afterwards you just go your separate way, you know. So what's awkward? Only if you're drunk. Now, see, that's a dangerous situation. So you'll let somebody sleep over if you're drunk. You don't even know who this person is. They could be rifling through and sifting through all your stuff. That's the worst thing to do, is bring somebody home with you when you're drunk like that. I was on a business trip one time, and they took a couple of us out to dinner, and people started to drink a little bit, and these people from this one corporation were integrating and helping us out in our corporation. And then, needless to say, one of the representatives from my corporation started to mingle a little bit too much with one of the guys from the other corporation. And then, next thing you know, they both dipped off somewhere. And then, come to find out, we were asking where she was at the next morning, because she didn't come down for breakfast. She didn't go to the meetings or anything. And then people were saying that she was drunk upstairs in her room, and that the guy from the other corporation was in her room. And next thing you know, she caught a red eye back to wherever she was. And I guess he went back about, his business. Good old New York City. We took a trip to New York City during that time frame. And yeah, so that technically is a one night stand, because the guy ended up staying in her room, and you were all drunk up the night before. And then you wake up the next day to a complete stranger that you don't know. That's a little too much. I would think the next morning after you sober up, you'd be like, yeah, it's time for you to get out of here. And then what happens if the person don't want to get out? So you're over it, but they're not over it, and they're still trying to, hook up with you. Jetta says, if I spend a night, it's because I was too drunk to drive, or friends with benefits situation. It's all in the cards. You called her a skank. Um, that's that corporate life. You never know. They act a certain way, but behind closed doors, things get a little interesting. I've seen a lot on corporate trips and stuff. I've seen a lot. So, on that note, what is the shortest time frame that it took you to have sex with somebody, if anybody is going to admit that? Now, I know it's all in the cards with Kathy. You said a half an hour, but that was a joke. So I want the real deal. So, how long? 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, an hour, a day. What is the shortest time frame that you made somebody wait? Ain't nobody gonna answer that. Ain't nobody gonna answer that. So if you were on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch, drop it in the comments and let me know where you're calling from. Now, as far as Facebook goes, there are sometimes people are out there commenting, and I do apologize because I will not see it right away, but I'll definitely communicate with you when I'm able to get across it. But for some reason, some of the comments on Facebook do not pop up the way that they should be popping up. There's always something going on. So an hour. So you let somebody wait an hour. Okay. Well, at least you were honest, because some people don't tell the truth. But I was on Facebook, but it was acting up. Well, I think it was acting up because we had a little bit of issues with our internet here. But we're up now. Hopefully, everything is clear, crystal clear, and we won't go across that again. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. And I don't think that I will be back on TikTok until the 11th, believe it or not. So we are banning TikTok until November 11th because I played something and it said the N word in it. Speaking of which, I'm so glad we weren't on TikTok. Gina from Gina's Events of Love, she was on a couple nights ago, and that was what she said every 5 minutes. So if we were up on TikTok, we would have definitely been thrown off by that right away. But shout out to Gina. She's going to come back soon, too. So, look, I'm all over the place here. So Jetta says club hookups depend on what time I got there and if I went to the after party spot. You are too much. And it's all in the cars with Kathy says dinner took 40 minutes, so about an hour. Well, that must have been some damn good food then if he fed you and then afterwards, never mind. He fed you, then afterwards, okay. I was wild before I became a parent. I hear you. I definitely hear you on that one. So now that everybody got all wrapped up, right, and they got all in these relationships, it first started off with a one night stand, and then it started off with a friends with benefits situation, and then after we go on through the friends with benefits situation, and now you got all wrapped up into a whole relationship where you're unhappy, they're unhappy, but you're still stuck with somebody just because that old simple syndrome of, oh, well, I'm going to just hang around with this person until something better comes along. And you know damn well that nothing better is going to come along until you kick them to the curb. So after you're in a whole situation, what are some coping mechanisms that you have put in place to help you get over a cheater? Because eventually, if you're unhappy and they're unhappy, and there's a whole bunch of you being unhappy and they're being unhappy, eventually somebody's going to cave in and something's bound to happen. So if you were ever in this situation, what coping mechanisms did you put in place to get over a cheater? Some people say the best way to get over somebody is to get under somebody, or you know how that goes. So anything that you've done in the past that has actually helped you get over somebody who has cheated on you. What's going on, Serene Poems? How are you? Okay. All right. It's all in the cars with Kathy. What are the coping mechanisms that you have used? And don't say that you hooked up with their best friend or something like that, because I could see you saying something like that. So we went from being a jump off. We went from friends with benefits situation. We went to being told that you should not be in a relationship. So what did you do to where someone can look at you and say, guess what? You know damn well you should not be in a relationship. You are not relationship material. And then we talked about the uncertainty of the world. Are there people still out there, you know, getting hung up over what's going on? Other people's actions too. That's another thing too. Are you getting hung up and off of other people's actions and things that they're doing? Because yes, things are not the way we want them to be sometimes. But one thing that we can't do is we can't control people. We can't push people. We can't move people into acting the way we act or thinking the way that we think. So even though that the world is what it is, even though that we have no idea what's happening and what's going to happen in the future, are you out there getting yourself worked up about it? And when I say worked up about it, I mean worked up about it to the point where what somebody else is doing, it's affecting you and it's causing you to step outside of your character and step outside of who you are to try to go ahead and tell somebody about what they should or should not be doing or what they should and should not believe. That's when I think it's taking it a little bit too far. And the whole thing, since we talk about these damn masks and it's so stupid when it comes to these masks and stuff. If somebody doesn't wear a mask, what does that bother you for? Because if you put on your mask because you feel secure and you feel safe about it, so be it. You got your mask on, you're cool. Now, if the other person doesn't want to wear a mask and doesn't care about their health or whatever you want to call it, say it, be it, oh well, let them. Let them worry about their own situation. You should not get upset because you got a mask on and they don't. That's crazy. And then vice versa. You got a mask on, or vice versa. You should not be getting upset at people who have masks on. And I think that that's crazy as hell. I could see sometimes where, not that it makes sense, but I could see how somebody would get upset because you're not wearing a mask, but you're going to get upset because somebody is wearing a mask and tell them to take it off. That's a little bit crazy. Telling somebody to put one on is crazy, but I think telling somebody to off is out of control. I think that's pushing the limits a little bit too much. Now you're going to get upset and tell somebody to take it off. That's craziness. I hope that there's not many cases of people getting upset because someone won't take it off. You can wear whatever you want to wear. You could wear it upside down. You know, that's your business. I don't think anybody should be getting upset saying, take off the damn mask. That's stupid. I think it's out of control. A coworker of mine lost her 48-year-old brother, and she had a hard time with people who are nonchalant about masks. Yeah. But again, I don't know what to say about that. If somebody doesn't want to wear it, that's their own health that they're putting on risk. I mean, even though that she lost somebody, which is very tragic, hopefully that they were, wearing a mask and stuff when they were out and about. I don't know what the situation is, but I think that if someone's walking around without a mask, I guess that's their life and that's what they choose to do. You said make my day. What does make my day mean? Did you hear? Oh, I gotta see this. Did you hear about the parent who snatched the teacher's mask off? That's what I'm talking about. How dare you take off somebody's mask? That's crazy. So, a parent who snatched a teacher's mask off, that's out of control. I don't think you get to tell somebody what to not wear. Trying to tell somebody to take something off. That's absolutely ridiculous. I've had some guests come on the show that say we don't even wear masks in our state. That doesn't even happen anymore. So you go to a different state and you look like a outsider because your state, everybody wears a mask. And then you go to another state where nobody's wearing a mask. What are you going to do? Run around and tell everybody to put a mask on because you came into a different environment? It's crazy. It's almost like what happens when we go into these different situations. You're going to have different views and different, you know, perspectives. You have to learn how to adapt to your environment. That's what I have to say. Anybody know about adapting to your environment, sticking and moving and knowing how to get along with whoever is in a room and whatever situation you got going on? People better learn. South Carolina doesn't seem to wear masks. Yeah, there's a lot of states that don't wear masks. And now, since you're so into the numbers and everything, what are the statistics with that? I stumbled across that, but it came out just as nice for me. What are the like when it comes to states who wear masks and states who don't? I keep hearing all the time that the numbers are going down, the numbers are going down. So if the numbers are going down, so what's up with all of these mandates and things? Thankfully, the principal defended her. She did it in front of her child. Assault on top of traumatizing her child. Mm-mm-mm. Crazy. I don't know what to say about it. Not much of a difference. So no difference between if you have a mask on or if you don't have a mask on. States who have a mask on or don't. Here's my theory, which I could be wrong. I truly do not believe that it's spread from having conversation with people. I think the whole mask and I think the whole 6 feet separation was done on purpose. We are human beings. We like to interact. We like to talk with people. Some people like to, be very intimate with people. And because all of that has been put on hold for however long this mess has gone on, it's caused people to act out. It's caused people to act crazy. And it's, of course, caused us to pin ourselves against each other. All different races are all up in arms because a mask, it doesn't see any color. It doesn't see, any race. It doesn't see any sexual orientation. It doesn't see any of that stuff. So now people are all pinned up against each other over something so simple. You're too close to me. Back up from me. You got on a mask. You don't have on a mask. So I truly believe that that was put in place to cause all of this confusion. And like Kathy said, fear. And once you start something, however long it took to get people to wear the damn mask, they weren't wearing them in the beginning, started wearing them, and then now it's hard to have people pull them off and take them off. So it's just a bunch of confusion and a bunch of nonsense. And of course, more of the plagues are going to come. We haven't seen the end of anything when it comes to that. So I truly believe that all of this was drummed up on purpose. However, I do believe that it is on surfaces. So I'm not saying that it's a hoax and it doesn't exist and, you can run out there and be a fool, but it is on some surfaces. I truly do believe that. Door handles, bathrooms are probably the worst spots ever. That's why when there is a whole bunch of people crowded around in a situation, yes, even though it may not, for me, my opinion is that it's not spread through talking. Hold your people in a situation, a real tight situation. People going to be touching a whole bunch of stuff and all over stuff. And yeah, so you probably do need to be careful about situations where there are a bunch of people. Make sure you're washing your hands. Make sure you watch what you're touching. Have your hand sanitizer where it should be. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. Retta, how are you doing? Thank you for joining tonight. Author Retta Flag is on Instagram tonight. So we had a great show with her on Reading Between the Wines. So I strongly encourage you to watch that replay. So now, we spoke about a lot about one night stands, relationships, friends with benefits, all of that type of stuff. So times have changed and they continue to change. What is a respectful time frame or time limit to make somebody wait for sex these days? These are just some of the questions that we were going through tonight. So what is a respectful time frame? I've seen a half an hour, which is ridiculous. I've seen an hour. Back in the day, we used to say 3 months, 6 months. What's a respectable time frame? And then also, that's what, everybody would say is a respectable time frame. But what do you, I'm looking at the comments and I'm getting sidetracked, but what's the shortest time frame that you let somebody wait for sex? So there's the time frame of what society says or what we think should be reality, but then what was yours? Serene Poems. Get to know each other a bit. Yeah, I know that's what, it's easier said than done sometimes. After thinking it over a half an hour, so Kathy, you think about a half an hour is a respectable time frame to or you're saying that that's the shortest time that you let somebody wait. And then Red Flag says, I've been in a relationship for 29 years. Well, that's very good that you've been in a relationship for 29 years. That's very commendable. Not a lot of people make it there. Not a lot of people make it past 29 days, but you've made 29 years. So that's awesome. And My Rap Tribe says the entire state was a hot spot, so we didn't go to our family reunion. And then some people do it unintentionally. They spit while talking. I've been a victim before. Some people need these masks. The man at the fabric store was cute until he took his off. Oh my God. That's why I don't like those masks. Ooh, that is just, don't talk like that. Do not talk like that. That is so horrible. But that's not nice. If he was cute with the mask on, he was probably cute with it off. That's not right. Now, you probably should have given him your phone number. You know that is not right. But you know what? You can probably make him cute again by giving him one of your masks and head wraps. So Jetta has a business called My Rap Tribe. You'll go ahead and support her at My Rap Tribe. And Kathy, that's not right. Your comment, you says that you hate spitters, but we're just gonna leave it at that. We are just gonna leave it at that. You are starting too much tonight. I'm so done with you tonight with your comments out there. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for hanging out here with me tonight on the freestyle sessions. Thank you so much to people out there on Facebook, Instagram family. I see you out there. People on Twitter, YouTube, DLive, Twitch. Thank you so much for watching the replays. I appreciate you. And what did you say? You don't want to get sprayed. Stop it with your comments. Stop it with your comments. Oh my God. And you said his teeth. I can't do bad teeth. You know what? I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you. You know what I don't understand? And, I'm not here to, say anything about anybody. But I see a lot of people on social media when they're posting pictures. You ever see somebody and you look and you gotta look, and I'll be like the dogs where they turn their head, and I'll be like, I bet they don't have nice teeth, because why is it that the way that they're holding their mouth, it looks as if they have teeth or something's not right. And I'm 40 years old, so you know I guess my age and going up, this is something that we have to, pay very close attention. I think it was Bethany out there that said that she doesn't know why that every single person that she interacts with or tries to holler at her, either they have missing teeth, or she said that they been through all types of hell, or they look like they're shot on something. You know, hey, I ain't getting no younger. So when I'm looking at some of these people, you know, I would have to be, very cautious about that type of stuff. But I see some pictures where I'm like, hmm, something just don't seem right in this picture. And well, you would look cute this way, but what happens when you smile? That type of stuff be going through my mind, and that's not right. Um, we shouldn't be like that. But I'm telling you, who does she be talking to? Who you mean, Kathy? I don't know what she says half the time. Something off the wall and out of control. Hmm. But thank you all so much for joining tonight. And again, if you'd like to support the 401 podcast or Reading Between the Lines, go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms. I'm so thankful to be on Facebook, Instagram, kind of banned a little bit from TikTok right now, but we'll be back on the 11th. Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch. Go ahead and click that link above, and go inside of My Inspirations Volume 1 and pick up my book, $9.99. Get yourself some inspiration. It's filled with quotes, scriptures. Man, this wine got me a little twisted a little bit tonight. But anyway, it's filled with some scriptures, quotes, themes, questions to help get you, to think about your life and your situation. And that's what deliberation means, to do some deep thoughts, some deep thinking. And that's exactly what the book is meant. And it helped me, so hopefully it'll go ahead and help and inspire somebody else out there as well. And I'm gearing up for the release of the follow-up to that, so catch up now, because we definitely getting ready to go on a ride. So I want to make sure that you're all prepared to get that inspiration. And of course, thank you so much to everybody who joined tonight. Jetta from My Rap Tribe, what's going on? There was, that little joker out there that was being disrespectful, but that's okay. Sometimes you gotta, thank your haters as well. And we'll be taking care of that situation, and you'll be blocked, and I guess you'll never come back again. But I guess that just opens the door for some more nonsense to happen, because they're coming. As you continue to go on and you continue to move, and move to higher levels and things like that, you're always going to get some haters out there. So you all need to be prepared, because as we go on this ride, we're going to go on this ride together. So you might get some haters too. My tribe says, I used to have buck teeth, and I just kind of got obsessed and were straightened. Oh my goodness. But you got to remember what you used to look like, but you got to fix though. So maybe you might need to find somebody who might have the same situation that you might have, and then you tell them your story, and then you might inspire somebody else, and they might get themselves together. So listen, the dude that, looked a little jacked up at the fabric store, he might be Mr. Right. Who knows? um, Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch. Thank you so much to everybody out there. And Miss Serene Poem says, that half or more than half of IG people don't look like what they're posting with all of those filters. Yes, that is so true. Somebody told me before that they don't like the filters because every time that they turn around, they are talking to a transgender person. Now, my question and I didn't say this during the conversation, but I probably should have. If you keep experiencing the same situation over and over and over and over and over again, don't be blaming it on no filters. Don't be blaming it on social media. You keep going into some situations in some areas to where these type of people keep coming to you. You might need to look in the mirror a little bit. I get you can be tricked up a little bit, but time after time after time after time again, something's not right. Just saying. Nah, ain't no man finna Bobby Brown me. You ain't right. You are not right. Hmm. I want to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give y'all the 411 podcast one more time in life. Without him, none of this would be possible. And of course, without each and every one of y'all coming out here, checking and supporting, I truly, truly, truly do, love each and every one of y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you so much for supporting. It's just been an amazing ride, and I couldn't do it without you. So, how comfortable do you want to live? Is the thing that I have to go ahead and leave you with. Do you have all your needs met? Or do you have all your wants met? So, is it all about your needs, or is it versus your wants? So, yes, we need this to survive. We need to go here. We need these to move forward. That's a necessity. That's why it's called things that we need to survive. So all of your needs met. You got a roof over your head. You got electricity. You got heat. Depending on where you live. You know, you got the things that you need. Or are you so obsessed? Jetta, thank you for the word obsessed. You're so obsessed and you're so concerned and consumed about what you want. Now you want to look like this. You want what this other person has. You want those sneakers. You want that designer bag. You want those lashes. You want that hair. You want those nails. Are you concerned about your needs? Do you have all your needs met? Or are you more concerned about what you want? I will tell you that I'm just so thankful today that my mind has changed and I'm no longer distorted and I'm no longer concerned about what you got, what this, not, less is more for me to do, and I'm so thankful for it. And I can just look around and I, hear the stories and I see somebody always has it worse than what you have. So be thankful, just like the song of the day. Be thankful for what you got. Stop worrying about what somebody else has. Stop worrying about what you don't have and start looking at what you do have. Just my advice for y'all. Needs versus wants. Do you have everything that you need? And are you too concerned about what you want? A very special shout out to whoever made this wine here. Because I will tell you that I'm feeling really nice tonight. And I had no idea that I would. I thought it was just, you know, I will see y'all tomorrow, 10 p.m., right here on the 411 podcast. We have Miss Lee Dennis coming in. Yeah, Jetta, you struck me as a person who basically are content. I don't know if I'm correct or not, but content with what you got. You said lines got to be drawn somewhere. I don't know. You strike me as somebody who's just content with what you got. All right, y'all. I will see you tomorrow, 10 p.m. right here, Miss Lee Dennis. We'll have a good show tomorrow. Lee Dennis is out of control sometimes, so come back. Probably gonna have lots of good laughs tomorrow. See you. Good night. Good night, y'all.